Look, I'm not trying to be a bioessentialist. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. This is my own personal reflection on the way my life is going right now. Men want women to go 50-50. Men want women to pay the bills around the house. Men want women to pay for their meals, da-da-da-da. Because women can work now. Okay, fine.
No, it's because this is what equality looks like, right? A lot of you women fight for equality. Well, this is what it looks like. Some guys are willing to go 50-50. Some guys are willing to pay the whole bill, right? You can't have equality when it benefits you, right? You may not like it, but it is what it is. And it's something you got to deal with.
When I tell you, or like, men don't think that they should have to buy women expensive things, da-da-da. I want an expensive life. That's what I want. I want to live comfortably. I want convenience. I want to be able to see something. Like, I want to be able to go on vacations and buy the things that I want and like enjoy my youth. I want all those things for myself. If a man's not going to give those things to me, I will give those things to me.
That's cool. Then you could do that. You can do that. My thing is that, all right, what kind of man you gonna find? All right, if he makes less than you, he's not gonna be able to provide that for you. All right. Now, if a guy, now, my question is, why haven't you found that guy that could provide that life for you? I mean, I got some guesses, right? You got a little nasty attitude. I mean, you don't sound like the most feminine woman, all right? That's my guess. But if that's what you want, that's fine. You can do that. Right, but the problem is you either provide it for yourself, or you're gonna have to find a man that makes as much as you or more. That's gonna help provide that life for you. And from the looks of it, you haven't done that. So I mean, that sounds like a you problem, right?
That's fine. But I'll tell you this right now. The more that I work, the more that I focus on working, the less patience and tolerance I have, the less feminine I feel. And that's another thing that you guys complain about. Oh, women these days, they want to be girl bosses. They're not feminine, da-da-da-da. You can't have both. If you want me working my ass off so I can give myself the life that I f***ing want, which is my right as a human being to want whatever life that I want, I'm not going to be feeling girly pop girl. I'm not going to be feeling all feminine, like willing to drop whatever I'm doing to come see or come go to dinner with you or whatever. I don't want to do that. I can't do that. So at the end of the day, if you guys want these feminine women, if you want women to be in their feminine, you have to provide for them. That's just the way it is. But
Okay, first of all, I'm pretty sure, I think men, this is what most men really want. Well, at least more conservative men. I don't know about the liberal men, the liberal guys over there. Maybe they want that 50. I don't know. But more conservative men, I think they would like to provide for their woman, right? Their wife. They would like to do that. However, it wasn't the men, back in the days, women used to be at home, nice, chilling, relaxing, stressed in their feminine, and the men used to work. It wasn't the men that said go out there and work. They didn't say that. Don't blame the men. Men did not fight for this. Women fought for this. Women fought for the right to go out there and work and stress themselves out, right? And this is what women want. They was like, oh, I'm more than a housewife. I can do more than a housewife for this unpaid labor. I want to be out there and go out and work. All right, created laws, boom, now women go and work. Now what's going on? Women are complaining about work. Like, oh my God, 40 hours a week. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I'm burnt out. The reason why I'm not in my feminine because I have to work so much and burned out and I got to take care of the house and all this stuff. I mean, this is what you wanted. It's the thing I don't understand. Like women get what they want and then they still complain about it. Especially you hear she keeps saying the men, you want the men to, the men want the women to work. We didn't ask y'all to work. And every time women, and it's so funny because women also complain that men are misogynists because they say they want women in the kitchen, right? So which one is it? Do men want women in the kitchen or do we want the women to work? Which one is it? Because y'all complain about both. But I think most men, if they could have it their way, they'd rather be out there in the workforce, working, making sure they're providing for their family, right? While the woman is staying home, taking care of the children, maintaining the home. That's what I think most men would want. I know that's what I would want. Like if I'm working, like why would I want making sure you're taking care of the home, making sure you're taking care of the kids, making sure you're taking care of your husband, making sure you're taking care of yourself. Me personally, I think that's a full-time job. So it doesn't make no sense to then a woman then go get another full-time job because she's gonna cut some things out, and it's usually making sure she's making sure her man is taken care of, and then she's gonna also cut out making sure she's taken care of because she's gonna make sure she's taking the kids in the house is gonna be well maintained. So she can't. It's too stressful, and of course a lot of women are burnt out. But this is the thing that you wanted. This is what you wanted, and now you don't like what you wanted, and you're complaining about it.
if you want a woman like the one I'm becoming, who works her ass off to give her whatever she wants out of her life, which is my right, then you have to deal with the fact that I'm going to not be able to make time for you. I'm going to look you in your eye and say, tough shit. You're not paying bills around here. Whatever you say doesn't go, bitch. All right? I'll be there when I get there. I'm not going to be present when I'm with you. I'm going to be thinking about work. All right? It goes that way. And honestly, the more that I work and the more that I focus on working, I'm just not interested in dating. And spoiler alert, sorry to ruin the ending for you, it's a lot better.
If that's how you feel, what the hell are you doing on social media complaining? Like, if you don't want to date, you don't want to deal with men, what the hell are you doing on here complaining about men for? Because you're lying. You're lying. You do care. You're not. And the problem is, the reason why you're on is that because you're not getting the results that you want. That's why. She's like, it's dating. Like, she doesn't want to date and it's better that way. What the hell are you doing on here? Just go home and keep doing, get off social media and keep doing what you're doing. Keep working, because clearly, I mean, you see that if that's what makes you happy, keep doing what you're doing. But clearly you're not happy. That's why you're on here complaining.
It's a happier life for me. I won't speak for everybody, but I kind of with it. It's much more rewarding. And you know what? The only time that something gets taken out of my hands is if it's on me. You see what I'm saying? If I don't get something, it's because of me. No one can take anything away from me. No one can hold anything over my head. And that's a really good feeling. So, I don't know, this whole loneliness epidemic, this whole crisis, you guys kind of walked yourself into. The reason why women are no longer behaving traditionally is because men are no longer behaving traditionally. Y'all aren't behaving traditionally either. And traditionally, I'm not saying I agree with it, traditionally men were the ones who provided. And that gave women more time, if they didn't have kids and do all that unpaid labor, to be feminine and to be pretty and to not be stressed out. But since y'all want us to work, we're not going to be that way. We're going to be these girl bosses that you so despise. How is it not clicking? How is that not clicking for you?
Oh, it's clicked for men. Men have figured it out. Like, men have left y'all alone. Like, it's like women like her. Nobody, look at, man. She's obviously frustrated because she's probably not getting the results that she's wanting out of life, and she keep blaming men. Like, men are not traditional. Look at, man. Men adapt to the environment. One thing we're really good at, we adapt to what's given to us. Like, if women want to act a certain way, they want to act non-traditional, then guess what? Men are gonna say, all right, cool. We'll just adapt and act our non-traditional ways as well. Right? Because look, we can't force them to do anything, right? We can't force them. Like, we all know that. So it gets to a point where men say, all right, you know what? We adapt to what it is. So some men have chosen to say, you know what? I'm just not going to deal with women overall. I'm just going to do my thing. And some men said, you know what? If that's how women want to act, then I'm not going to act like a traditional man, right? I'll go out and date and then, smash and then and keep it moving, right? And this is the society that's been created. Right? This is the side you women wanted. When you look at the dating pool, the dating market, women, y'all created it. Men are just adapting to how you guys are acting in the environment. That's it. That's all it is. Men have seen it. They're looking how women act, and they say, okay, this is how I'm going to adjust. This is how we are when it comes to that. You women control the dating market, right? So if you want to be non-traditional, then the men are gonna follow and say, okay, cool. So stop blaming men, because we're not the ones that force you into the workforce, right? We didn't. Right? Because you call men misogynists all types of names when they say, all right, we'd rather you be in the kitchen taking care of if a man says, we'd rather you be in the kitchen taking care of the kids, guess what they're called? All types of names. So don't blame men for that. It's not men. It's not. Right? You women fought for that privilege, that right to go out into the workforce. And now that you guys are in the workforce, you don't like it because it's very stressful. But this is what you want, and you get what you get what you deserve, right? This is what you wanted. This is it is. And you don't like the whole 50-50. Well, I mean, that's tough. And for her, man, she has a nasty attitude. My goodness, like she looks like a lot to deal with. And when she's talking about the masculine energy, she is totally right. She has nothing but masculine, nasty energy, and I'm pretty sure I can see why she's frustrated when it comes to dating. So those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and share. And if you haven't done so, then make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.